Good day everyone, welcome to our channel Quam Vita. Once more for a new video, based this time on Greek mythology. Today we are going to talk about that mysterious creature named Cerberus. The etymology of Cerberus's name is uncertain. Ogden refers to attempts to establish an Indo-European etymology as not yet successful. It has been claimed to be related to the Sanskrit word Sharvara, which is an ancient Hindu mythological dog of the god Yama. From a Proto-Indo-European word Cerberus, meaning spotted. Lincoln, in 1991, among others, critiques this etymology. Lincoln notes a similarity between Cerberus and the Norse mythological dog Garmr, relating both names to a Proto-Indo-European root. However, as Ogden observes, this analysis actually requires Cerberus and Garmr to be derived from two different Indo-European roots, and so does not actually establish a relationship between the two names. Though probably not Greek etymologies for Cerberus have been offered. An etymology given by Servius during the late 4th century commentator on Virgil, but rejected by Ogden, derives Cerberus from the Greek word krioberos meaning flesh-devouring. Another suggested etymology derives Cerberus from kerberithru, meaning evil of the pit. In Greek mythology, Cerberus, often referred to as the Hound of Hades. Cerberus is a multi-headed dog that guards the gates of the underworld to prevent the dead from leaving. He was the offspring of the monsters Echidna and Typhon, and was usually described as having 3 heads, a serpent for a tail, and snakes protruding from multiple parts of his body. Cerberus is primarily known for his capture by Heracles. A task was one of Heracles' 12 labors that we will talk about later in a future video. Descriptions of Cerberus vary, including the number of his heads. Cerberus was usually 3-headed, though not always. Cerberus had several multi-headed relatives. His father was the multi-snake-headed Typhon, and Cerberus was the brother of 3 other multi-headed monsters, the multi-snake-headed Lernaean Hydra, Orthrus, the 2-headed dog who guarded the cattle of Geryon, and the Chimera, who had 3 heads, that of a lion, a goat, and a snake. And, like these close relatives, Cerberus was, with only the rare iconographic exception, multi-headed. In the earliest description of Cerberus, Hesiod's Theogony, written between the 8th and the 7th century BC, Cerberus has 50 heads, while Pindar, between the 520th and the 443th century BC, gave him 100 heads. However, later writers almost universally give Cerberus 3 heads. An exception is the Latin poet Horace's Cerberus, which has a single dog head and 100 snake heads. Perhaps trying to reconcile these competing traditions, Apollodorus's Cerberus has 3 dog heads and the heads of all sorts of snakes along his back, while the Byzantine poet John Tsetzes, who probably based his account on Apollodorus, gives Cerberus 50 heads, 3 of which were dog heads, the rest being the heads of other beasts of all sorts. In art, Cerberus is most commonly depicted with 2 dog heads well visible, never more than 3, but occasionally with only 1. On one of the 2 earliest depictions between the 590th and the 580th century BC, a Corinthian cup from Argos, now lost, Cerberus was shown as a normal single-headed dog. The first appearance of a three-headed Cerberus occurs on a mid-6th century BC Laconian cup. Horace's many snake-headed Cerberus followed a long tradition of Cerberus being part snake. This is perhaps already implied as early as in Hesiod's Theogony, where Cerberus's mother is the half-snake Echidna and his father the snake-headed Typhon. In art, Cerberus is often shown as being part snake. For example, the lost Corinthian cup showed snakes protruding from Cerberus's body, while the mid-6th century BC Laconian cup gives Cerberus a snake for a tail. In the literary record, the first certain indication of Cerberus's serpentine nature comes from the rationalized account of Hecataeus of Miletus between the 500th and the 494th century BC, who makes Cerberus a large poisonous snake. Cerberus was given various other traits. According to Euripides, Cerberus not only had 3 heads but 3 bodies, and according to Virgil he had multiple backs. Cerberus ate raw flesh, according to Hesiod, had eyes which flashed fire, according to Euphorion, a 3-tongued mouth, according to Horace, and acute hearing, according to Seneca. In the Constellation, Cerberus introduced by Johannes Hevelius in 1687, whose stars are now included in the constellation Hercules. Cerberus is drawn as a 3-headed snake, held in Hercules's hand. Previously these stars had been depicted as a branch of the tree on which grew the apples of the Hesperides. The constellation is no longer in use. In pop culture, Cerberus is mentioned in many oeuvres, such as literature, cinema and games. There is even a movie of Cerberus as the main character, released in the last trimester of 2005, directed by John Turleski. Now the video arrives to its end. Thank you for staying till there. I hope you learned a lot and the video has been very useful to you. Don't forget, we really feel valued when you watch a video from our channel, and to show your appreciation, give us a like, comment, share our contents, and above all subscribe to be one of the first to know when we upload a new content, and at the same time, to help the channel grow so we can bring you more educational videos. Stay safe, see you next.